Hello, welcome to Soulprint Intuitive Tarot. Thank you very, very much for being here. To my new subscribers, welcome. There's been a fair number of you lately, so thank you very much for that. I hope you enjoy the Soulprint community. So, as you know, I typically record the video you see on Tuesday on Monday. So here in Canada, today is a bank holiday, and it's a Truth and Reconciliation Day. So this is an acknowledgement. Um, I, I guess for the injustices that were done to the Aboriginal people of Canada. Now, I'm not going to get onto a soapbox, okay? But we came in, and not we, but our ancestors came in, took over the land, stripped them of their language, their culture, their land. And it's bad enough we treated them horribly. Frankly, we're treating the land horribly too. I'm not exactly sure that wearing an orange shirt once a year fixes it, but baby steps, I guess. Baby steps. All right. I've had my say. To the people of Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, my thoughts are with you. I'm hoping that you have a speedy, safe recovery. You guys got really, really nailed. I noticed that Trump showed up somewhere in Georgia today, bitching and screaming about the government's lack of response, which is like nonsense. But he says what he says, right? I mean, my understanding is Biden was on the phone with DeSantis, like I'm not even sure the whole system had passed, issuing all kinds of emergency aids and whatever they needed, et cetera, et cetera. So I know that the states are being taken care of as best they can federally, and locally. I've never had my life disrupted by a hurricane. A tornado went, but not a hurricane. So I can only kind of imagine what a mess it is. Speaking of that, I had promised you that Marcus and I were going to be doing a video about Georgia and that it would have been released actually on Monday or Tuesday. And that didn't happen because, hurricane kind of got in the way. Marcus is fine. His stuff is fine. His people are fine. But we're just gonna give Marcus a few days to kind of get it together, and we'll get that video out to you as soon as we are comfortably and safely able to do so. Okay, so you're seeing this Tuesday morning. Well, tonight's the debate. It's the debate between Vance and Walz. So let's take an early peek and see what that's going to be like. Also probably tomorrow's video, so Wednesday's video. I'm going to take a look at Trump again. I know I'm reading on him almost constantly, but he's devolving very, very quickly these days, it appears. And so I think sometimes it's easier to keep an eye on him than to sort of ignore him and then somehow be shocked or thrown off by the behaviors. All right, let's take a look at Vance and Walz and see what we can see about the debate. First of all, the cards flying all over the place here. I have to say, I kind of think that the debate is going to be like something that would happen between a master chess player and somebody who hasn't opened the box of checkers. Never mind, just playing hasn't figured out how to open the box. So, but let's see what the cards have to say. You know, I could move on. Walz Vance debate, Walz Vance debate, Walz Vance debate. Push that back a bit. Here we go. Okay, so some interesting cards here, I have to say. This is what we're starting with. We're starting with the Magician. So we can anticipate some sort of, I'm not necessarily seeing it so much as actual trickery, as much as I am seeing the accusations of it after the fact. You know, that, well, they didn't do this right and they did that. I mean, it's going to be the replay of a book that they used for the Harris Trump debate, right? Oh, she got the questions early. Oh, they did this. Oh, they did that. And, you know, none of it's true. But when you have nothing, you have to reach for something. And for them, it's lies and fabrications and nonsense. So that's what you have here. Interestingly, there are also the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords here. And so this is talking to me about the energy going on within the debate. And there's going to be some real childish, almost belligerent, I want to say, behavior coming from the Republican side. And the truth, as far as Vance is concerned, is you just sort of passes him by. Okay, just gone. He doesn't acknowledge it, see it, or recognize that it's important. On the other hand, you're going to have Tim Walz being very logical, keeping. He's going to play a very similar playbook that Harris did, right? He's going to use his Page of Cups, his emotions, his facial expressions, rat confusion on his face to telegraph what he thinks about what's coming out of Vance's mouth. This is going to be an absolute no question win for the Democrats, which of course means that we are going to have to listen to the Republicans say they won the debate, which they're not going to. One of the places where Vance is going to have a really, really difficult time, and I'm sort of being told that because of the pressure he's going to be put under, um, he may end up like just making it worse for himself. I don't know. Do we actually need the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands to tell us what is going to get him into trouble? Of course, it's going to be his attitudes, his behavior towards women. And not only, not only the statements that he has said in the past and trying to explain those, but again, I'm getting that same feeling that I got with Trump, which was say something they can't walk away from. They're not going to be able to sugarcoat or spin. So we have that. You know, this is the thing. I mean, it's like both Vance and Trump have sort of like made a deal with the devil, right? And they have no option right now but to just plow ahead as hard and as fast as they can because they're not standing on anything at all significant. Meanwhile, you've got this sort of um, from the Walls team, you have sort of strength, you have clarity, and honestly, they have like a bucket, a bucket full of golden nuggets of things that are going to be offered, things that are going to be said. We have already seen enough of Tim Walz to know that he is funny. He is very good with the clever comeback, and he doesn't seem to get flustered very easily. Where Vance, I mean, God Almighty, he can't even go into a donut shop and order donuts without it being a national embarrassment, right? And anyways, so it again, we're going to be seeing kind of a one-sided or lopsided um debate going on. So I'm just going to ask Spirit what else they would like to let us know about that debate. Honestly, it's just that same energy, right? It's that same for the Trump playbook, and he's not going to have answers for the questions that are going to be directed at him or comments directed at him. And they're going to ask him about the single cat lady thing. They're going to ask him about the bold-faced lie with regards to Springfield. And you know what's most disgusting to me about that? Well, okay, not most disgusting. What they've said is the most disgusting. But another disgusting thing, this is his state. This is his state. And he just doesn't seem to have any trouble at all spreading vicious, hurtful, racist, insane lies. I do notice that there is a Haitian group that have now started a lawsuit against Trump and Vance for um, for those comments, for the trouble it has caused. And speaking of lawsuits, I'm just going to stick this in there really fast. In case you haven't heard, it's my understanding that there is a small group of Democrats um, who are now starting a lawsuit against Governor Kemp in Georgia for not reining in what was going on with the Republicans when they were creating that um, election committee that is now spiraling out of control, and they want all kinds of crazy things. He's actually being held responsible for that. I'm going to be fascinated to find out what that looks like on the ground, because it's not a good look for him nationally. But how are the people of Georgia sort of responding to that? So Trump has been out and about a bit more. I guess Vance has. They're not, you know, they're not getting coverage that is helpful to them. And I don't know if you saw, but Nancy Pelosi was on whatever program with Jake Trapper, and he showed clip of Trump spouting off whatever crap he was spouting off. And he came back and he said, well, would you like to respond to that? And she said, why are you showing that? Why are you wasting time showing that? Like, why are you not talking about important issues? Why are you, pushing that? So there is some pushback coming because this nonsense of showing nonsense and then saying, well, please respond to that is crazy. You're not showing anything that actually has anything to do with who needs to win the election or what the policies are. So there's a little bit of pushback coming from that. Um, this is the problem. Vance's energy is that of, I mean, he has that sort of aggressive kind of bully energy, but it's not like Trump's aggressive and bully energy is sort of upfront. It's very defined. He opens his mouth, you see it, you hear it. Vance is like not not strong because in fact he is somebody who has simply been told throughout his career um, what to believe, how to behave, and what to do and not do to continue to assure his continued like elevation. So he doesn't have, I'm sorry, he just doesn't have the chops to handle this debate very well. I've not seen any video of any previous debate that he may have done. I suppose like when he was running for whatever he was running for the Senate, I guess maybe. Um, but we certainly know that Walz has significant amount of experience. Unfortunately, once again, the consensus is going to be that the Democrats basically sort of wipe the floor with the Republicans. There's going to be, as again, kind of like with Trump, there's going to be something he says, and it's going to, flood the airwaves, and he's not going to be able to figure out how to get away from it. And unfortunately, for the Republicans, when that happens, they double down. So he's going to take what is already whatever it is that comes out of his mouth that's not good, and he's going to double down on it and make it 100 times worse. So that's what the debate looks like. It looks like energetically when I'm looking at them on the stage, and it's very, Vance is getting frustrated and Waltz is laughing. That's sort of what I'm seeing, in terms of the energy. And so, not only does Trump not like to get laughed at, but nor does Vance. And he's not going to have answers, and he's going to get agitated and frustrated, and just everything's going to be getting under his skin. All right, so that's what I know about the debate. I am frankly looking really forward to seeing it on Tuesday evening, and sort of checking base with you a little later in the week, and kind of comparing what we saw, what we think. So that's what I know for right now. Um, the Brilliant Beth is compiling your questions this week. So if you can put them in the comment section below, they will get compiled, and I will be putting out the Pendulum Friday video as normal. Okay. Take care and be well. We'll see you really soon. Bye bye for now.